The name of this session is Perspectives of Ethnic Identity, Epigenetics, Marketing, DNA, and Genealogy. Participants are Dr. Anne-Marie Fine, an environmental doctor who lectures internationally on epigenetics. Dr. Wendy Roth, assistant professor of sociology here at the university. And Dr. Donald Yates, American genealogist, author, and principal investigator at a DNA testing company in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay, thank you for participating in this session. I'm going to begin with epigenetics, which is my area of expertise, and we're going to talk about what it is to begin with. So epigenetics, epi literally means above, so it is what is on top of the DNA, what is giving the DNA instructions on what to do in the cell, what proteins to make, and so on and so forth. And this has become very important because the genetic determinism that we've been working with for so many years is being superseded by environment. So epigenetic refers to the control of the DNA, and here are the methods. The two main methods are methylation. The Me on top is a methyl group that you can see is added to the strands, the DNA ladder, in various places. Here's a few right here. Methylation is something that can you can methylate a gene, and you can demethylate a gene. These methyl groups can be added and taken off the genes. And methylation is very, very important for neurological diseases. It's very important for neural tube defects in pregnant moms. It's very important in terms of depression and cancer and a lot of health effects. So down here we've got the histone tails, and you can see that here's the chromosome. You can see that it's got to wind up on something, otherwise it's just way too long for the nucleus of the cells. So the histone tails, depending on how tightly they're wound, if it's so tight, you're not going to be able to unwind that DNA in order for it to be read and therefore used to code for protein. So this is why your genes are not your destiny. So the Human Genome Project, completed in 2004, was thought to going to give us a lot of answers in terms of genetic determinism and what gene causes what disease, which would then give us a place to go for drug research or what have you. And it was found to be relatively or greatly disappointing. So, for example, the BRCA1 and BRCA2 genes for breast cancer only account for 5 to 10% of breast cancer cases, leaving 90% of breast cancer due to other factors. And those factors are environmental factors, epigenetic factors. So now there's a lot of research being done into this area, and it's going to be a game changer in terms of the medical paradigm. And so what we can also use epigenetics to explain health disparities in racially and socially diverse groups. So the implications for epigenetics and breast cancer, for example, go on with this story. In Japan, breast cancer is about 1/5 of the rate of incidence in the United States. And the Japanese women who moved then to America, they rapidly increased their risk factors to the same as American women. Well, their genes have not changed just because they jumped across the Pacific Ocean. And so there's something else going on here, and that something else is pure environment, not due to genetics. Diet, stress, and environmental toxins are the three key drivers of epigenetic changes to our genome. So in terms of immigrant studies, the health inequalities that are associated with that typically are, they're associated with the new country, not the old country, not where they came from, not the geography of where they're from. Social factors strongly influence health inequalities. There's a social gradient of health that is strongly represented in the literature. Stress and discrimination have deleterious effects on health, so a lot of times in some of these populations you're going to get more stress and you're going to get discrimination and so forth. And the Western diet, of course, as the rest of the world follows suit and starts westernizing their diet, their rates of obesity and type 2 diabetes and cancer and so the so-called diseases of developed countries are rising as well. And so the three key stressors are diet, stress, and environmental toxin exposure. And so in conclusion, what we have is in our population, we have epigenetic memories of things that have happened in our environment that stress an organism and show up in phenotypical plasticity as the organism grows. So diet, stress, environmental toxins. And I have to mention that some of these epigenetic changes hit the germline, meaning that you're going to see these changes persist for, the studies are showing 3 generations. So this has a strong implication for prenatal care. So it's a heuristically powerful alternative to simple genetic determinism, and it provides a mechanism for improving health across generations, which is incredible. We have not really, to this date, been able to look at something that can have those profound, far-reaching effects. So that is my part on epigenetics. And pass it off to you next.